What's up, wonderful earthlings? Thank you very much for clicking this video, man. Much love and respect to yourself. And before you even think of walking away, let me put you up to speed of what we are about here, which is generally good vibe, because we believe in spreading love, peace, forgiveness, and unity among humans and all creations here on earth. We do that by reacting together through different types of videos: good vibes, woke, funny, animal videos, even videos of content creators talking about the creator, all with the intentions of spreading love. Straight out of Africa with good vibes, lots of good vibes. Kindly tell us where you're watching from, hit the like button, and let's dive in. Also, grab some snacks. Good vibes, man. Huh. What is going on here? Ancient aliens. Oh my god, this is definitely creepy. Look at this. Stone figure of an astronaut. Oh my god. Oh, what happened here? Hmm. And this is how the treasure is opened. Which treasure? Huh. Let's see. Oh my god. What is this thing? Good people of Earth. Hmm. This looks like some bed or some. What? Look at this. Oh, this is creepy, man. Oh, it's like it's a statue of God that was stored like that. This is wonderful. Hmm. Is that what signifies that there is some treasure hidden somewhere below there? Maybe. You see, I don't know much about these things of digging down there and finding stuff. You see, stuff like gold. Hmm. And now seeing that people from the past had left treasures and they had crews left. Oh, this is interesting. Did you know that, good people of Earth? Hmm? Let's leave some comment. Let's see what type of treasure these guys shall find. Oh, it's definitely another gold statue. Oh my god, this is beautiful, man. This is very lovely. Anyway, thanks for clicking, man. Thanks for diving in. Much love and respect to yourself, man. Good vibes till the end. Leave your comments there. Tell us where you're watching from. Hit the like button. Grab some merchandise. Do you call it merchandise? The shop thing. You see, buy those stuff there and spread good vibes. Hmm. Look at this. Oh my god. Ah, this looks like some woman. What is this? This is interesting.
One day in class, a professor said that God was not real and that he challenged any student in the room to prove him wrong. One young man stood up and said, "I would like to give it a try." The professor said, "Go ahead." The young man reached down, picked up an orange, peeled the orange, put the orange in his mouth and consumed it all. Then he looked at the professor and said, "How was that orange?" The professor said, "I don't know. I didn't taste it." The young man said, "I know. And that's the problem. You've never tried God, so you don't know that he's real. But if you ever try him, not only would you find out that he's real, but he's good. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good." Can I get an amen?
Ah, that is interesting. See, that was some creator talking about, content creator talking about their creator. This wonderful, man. See, it's good vibes. And look at that. Did you see that stuff? Is that some dinosaur? What is that?
This was the main rice I used to get, was the long grain enriched rice, or I would get the uncle, this type of rice, the long grain enriched rice. So the problem is that these rices have been put through the enrichment process, and how you know, when you look at the ingredients, you see enriched parboiled rice, but then you see this right here. These are the synthetic minerals that are added. You'll see calcium carbonate, iron phosphate, you'll see thiamine monotrisate and folic acid. Now these are naturally occurring minerals and vitamins, but those that they add are synthetic versions of the same thing. One of the side effects of these synthetic ingredients is weight gain. So what I did, I made a switch to like a natural basmati rice. When you look at the ingredients, you'll see white basmati rice. That's all that's in this. Or a natural jasmine rice. That's why I'm always saying read the ingredients.
For blood group A's, for them now they are in reverse. Their stress profile lies in the brain.
All right.
That's why they are usually very quiet people. Very quiet people. He's somebody who annoy and may not even say a word. They keep. They are like computers. You like computers. So things that stress them are lack of organization. They don't want to. There are people who are very organized. So their stress avoiding techniques lies so much in the potential to be organized. For example, if you tell him there's a meeting at 9, he'll come 5 minutes to 9. If you tell him the meeting is for 30 minutes, 9 is started, the meeting is not over, they'll walk away. Because they don't want to be light, they are very well organized people. It's not somebody who will drive on and tell him, no, there is a meeting today, there is a party now, let's go. He will not go. He said it was not in my program. So we show them how should they handle their problem. Now, because their stress profile lies so much in the brain, now, for them, the exercise profile not to go in the aerobics. In fact, when they go in the aerobics, they are going to be more stressed. Because the body system doesn't want noise. They want to be in quiet environments. That's when they work best. In fact, you find them usually being alone in an office like this, somewhere in their rooms being alone. They don't want noise. They don't want things that disturb them. They don't want to be light. They don't want. If you start talking to him and you are talking too much, for every 100 words you say, he will answer 2.
So they're not very social, are they?
They are not so social because when they become so social, it stresses them up. That's why they don't. We have to show them how they can. For example, if they have stress, what should they do? For them, instead of going to the gym, their exercises are simple, like walking. Most of them, except if you're an A explorer, but most of these A warriors, A teachers, walking and balancing, trying to be in quiet environments helps them a lot. These blood groups, they are mainly A and AB are mainly distributed in outside Africa, especially in Asia, the Indians, the Chinese. That's why you find those things like Tai Chi, yoga, those things, transcendental meditation. Those are the ones for those people.
Did you know that? That is interesting. Oh my God! Look at this. You see, humans are incredible and they can do amazing stuff. You see?
Is a glitch in the matrix in my room. Just have a look. See, this tissue paper fell from my desk and it is stuck in the air.
Good people of Earth, please leave your thoughts on that video that has passed. Do you think it's real? You see? Also tell us what you think about this. Oh my God. Some guy using Google Eyes out there to zoom in on some place. It's like there's some crazy stuff going on down there on the ground. You see? Now that it's down here on the ground. What is this? What is this? Some road in the desert or some tunnels? Oh my God. Listen, that must be something very big. Good people of Earth, what do you think is going on there? You see? Leave your thoughts on this, man. Oh, that's on this, man. You see? And hit the like button there. Oh my God. This is creepy, man. Oh my God. Do you think this is real, good people of Earth? And if this is real, what is that? And some fish here has some miracles of levitating. And it was accidentally caught on camera. Oh, look at this fish. How can it do this? Oh my God. Is this normal for fish? Oh, those people that live near water.
Do you know on the plantation there were 3 things made illegal? One was to pray, one was to read, and the other was to marry. So today on the plantation, because it was against the law for us to marry, oh, look at how bad it is right now.
We gotta get into that later.
Come on now. I mean, look, we back then they used to have to they made a law to keep us from getting married. But it's so bad now you almost got to make a law to get a black man to marry a black woman. So on the plantation, since it was illegal to marry, we used to sneak when we fell in love and jump over a broom. Why? Because Master didn't let us get married, but Master loved for us to sweep his porch. So we had the broom, so when he wasn't looking, we would show our love and jump over the broom. You'll find that when you research a psychosis, that it can be passed down through blood. And watch this. Guess what I found out? Inside of Willie Lynch's slave-making system, listen to these words. There's a section called the warning of the possibility of what he called interloping negatives, meaning of 2 or 3 things that could happen that could be negative to him as a slave maker, but positive for us as a slave. He said this. He said, the mind has a way of correcting itself when it is connected to a substantial amount of historical base knowledge and the slave is left alone.
That is interesting, man. Oh, just like this frog here. Oh my god. Oh, this frog even knows how to wash itself here. This is good vibes. What is going on here? Looks like some footage here that some guy took from the plane. And it looks like there is a city in the sky. Oh my god. Where is that place? Oh, this is scary, man. Good people of Earth, do you think this is real? Huh? And if this is real, then this footage, was it taken some long time ago because it is black and white? Or what do you think? Please leave your thoughts on this, you see? Oh, that is creepy, man.
What's element 115?
Element 115 is a super heavy element. It's something that we only just recently synthesized. We only made 4 atoms of it. The craft uses larger quantities of it, 223 gram little triangles of it. But it's a unique element. When it's exposed to radiation, it produces its own gravitational field, its own anti-gravitational field, and it's what's used to lift and propel the craft and create distortions around it. It's an amazing material, and it's certainly nothing that occurs here or naturally.
And it can be weaponized, and that's kind of the issue here. If this story is all true, that can be weaponized.
Absolutely. I mean, we ran all kinds of tests on it, everything from atomic absorption and X-ray fluorescence, and every kind of test you could possibly imagine, and bombarded it with radiation to see what effects it would have. They call that neutron activation, but it was a stable element and something we had never seen before.
His name is my first watch is named Asteroid because it's from the asteroid belt, and she fall in Argentina. And this is a Predator watch I found.
The beating heart of Salvador Dali. Bejeweled, of course.
Anytime you choose to get a tattoo, what you are doing is essentially you are opening the gates into the world of energy, into the world of spirit. Does that mean it's always bad spirit? No, of course not. But you are opening a portal, right? Tattoos are almost like sigils. So sigils, and by the way, there's like this whole compartment within magic and the studies of magic that is called sigil magic.
Oh, did you know that? Or do you agree or disagree? Give your thoughts, man, on that. Oh, look at this, some good vibes puppy here. Found a kitten on the street and they decided to share up. Oh, this is interesting. And this is probably some desert magic. What is this? What is happening here? Oh my god. Do you mean when you pour water in the desert, this is what happens? Oh my god. That place must be very dry. Oh, look at that. Ha! Oh, how much water can be used to fill the desert, eh? Good people of Earth. Or do you think that some time ago this desert was filled with water like some episode was saying? You see, maybe others on that, man.
In the following video, a man is alone inside a house when something very strange is caught on camera. The man in this video is currently remodeling his home with the help of his friends, but according to them, they don't like this house, and for good reason. Ever since working on the property, they've been experiencing unusual occurrences. A common one is hearing faint whispers that resemble a child's voice. One night, the man is alone at home watching videos on his phone when a faint voice is heard speaking. He immediately starts to record to capture the whispers that his friends talk about, but as he films, he captures this. No whispers are heard on camera, but a loud noise is heard instead. It turns out that a plate fell off the counter. The man reckoned that a rat had accidentally knocked it over, but only a few nights later, he uploads another video showing something that makes this incident quite concerning. Watch.
I'm here doing construction work at my house by myself, and my phone starts going off. I start getting these notifications that a person's been detected in my house. 6 minutes ago, it says someone was here. Look. There's nobody here. Yeah, there's no one here. I don't understand. I noticed yesterday there was people detected too, and so I checked the cameras on yesterday's video. Okay, hold on. Okay, alright. Here, check this out. Look, no one. And then watch this. Look. And then it just disappears. And then I check the second camera in the room. And check this out. Look. The shadow right there. But there's no person. I don't know what to say.
If no one was inside the room, then who or what was casting the silhouette? The notifications on the Ring camera say that someone is there, but clearly no one is. Even the second camera, which is also in this room, shows that nothing is obstructing the light. If something had been in front of it, the shadow would have made sense. Now the video becomes creepier when looking at the shadow itself. Viewers noted that the figure has a crooked neck. The way it's bent, according to them, is similar to that of someone who took their own life using a rope. Not knowing what else to think, the property owner has been feeling uneasy. He has yet to explain this, but given what occurred in the video before, he can't help but think that something unexplainable is going on. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
Oh, that is really creepy. What do you think was going on there? Huh?
This is one of the wildest conspiracy theories I've ever heard before. So there's this book called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, which was written in 1893. The story is about a boy named Baron who lives in Trump Castle. And Baron became bored with his life of luxury and decided to go on an adventure. And on this adventure, he was being guided by a man named Don, who helped him find a time travel portal in Russia. Then the same author wrote a sequel 3 years later, and he titled it The Last President. The main plot of this book was about a wealthy man who lived on Fifth Avenue in New York City that decided to run for president. Then shortly after he wins the election that no one thought he could, he's inaugurated and he selects a new cabinet member by the name of Mr. Pence. Then after his inauguration, since no one thought he would win, people erupted into violence and people started to riot and damage property left and right. So here's where it gets really weird. Nikola Tesla, who had claimed to have figured out time travel, had about 80 trunks worth of his life's work. When he died in 1943, the man responsible for collecting all of his work was an MIT professor by the name of John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle. And get this, after John Trump died, there's rumors that Donald Trump inherited Tesla's work. So the theory is, Donald Trump used a time machine to travel into the future where he saw Hillary Clinton win the presidency, which then led the US into a complete collapse. So he traveled back in time, decided to run for president to try to save the country. All right, no more internet today.
Oh my god. That is too much. What do you think?
So here's Plato's cave. Plato said, and by the way, Plato means Plato. It's not a real person because he doesn't have a last name and there's no birthplace. They say, oh, Plato, we don't really know where he lived. It's not a person. It's a group of people. Like William Shakespeare is not a person. Neither is Christopher Columbus. It's a group of people. So check this out. There's people who are stuck here. They're basically like, they're like chained here. They're chained. It's like, why don't you just move your body? Well, see how they have a little horsey and there's a fire? And they think that they don't know what these shadows are because it's their shadow. They don't know what this is. And they think that horse, these are two different shadows. The sun causes their shadow. The fire causes this shadow. So there's your the northern hemisphere stars and the southern hemisphere stars. Because instead of black shadows, think of a black wall, which is outer space, and think of these white dots. So it means that, see, if I have a sheet with holes in it and I shine light, you're going to see holes going through the paper. So there's holes going through this, and that's what creates the stars. You think they're stars and they're separated by millions of miles apart, but actually this one light is being separated around like a disco ball around a light. And now you have all these dots going everywhere. The point is this, that Plato's cave is like this. That's just one side of the cave, like that. It's just one cave. But when you open it up, it's a whole, it's like this. Everything's projected from the center. So there's two caves, but it's like all the way around. It's just, and so it's like this. The plane of inertia, the fire. So check this out. In his allegory, he says that there's the fire, but that's not the real light source. The real light source is the sun. This is the false shadow because that's a false light. That's not the sun. That's the sun. So therefore, that's not the sun. This dome is now the cave, and the sun is now the fire, and the black sun is the real sun now. That's what he was talking about. See, Horus is the son of Egypt, the actual sun. And he's a child of Isis. So there was never always a sun. Like there was a point when Horus wasn't born yet, so there was no sun yet. Now, that means that the sun is like an after effect. It's not the real sun. This is the real, that's an illusion. This is the real one. The Milky Way shoots up from the center of our earth. It shoots up. And what we see as this is because if the sun is my ring and it's way up here, when I look up and I'm down there, the only way for me to see it, it's going to curve and I have to stand here and look straight up because it's so high. But that's the allegory of the cave, guys. It's facts. Plato.
Like about what? Oh my god. Whatever thoughts on that, man?
We really saw this while we were fishing last weekend, and we still can't figure out what we saw.
What is it, dude? What is it? I don't know. You need to jump. Come on, get down here with us. You'll have to jump. Come on, get jump. This is too high. Dude, if you don't jump, it's going to get you. You have to jump. Oh my God, stop! Huh. Come on, Tom. Oh, swim, man. Swim, Tom. Swim. Swim. Oh my God, did you see it? No. No, we've not seen it. Oh my God. Wait, what is... Dude, what is... Oh my gosh, dude, did you see that?
Thank God you're trying to
Trevor, quit driving so close to Quinn. Let's get out of here.
Find out what that thing was.
Dude, it's right up there, look.
Sorry, man.
We gotta go, like, right now. Now. What? There it is.
Dude, you see it? You see it?
No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera... There it is. That's it.
Dude, why does it keep chasing us?
I don't know. Oh my goodness. That is,
Dude,
oh my
I think it's about
gosh.
to jump in the water. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh! Go! What the heck? It's chasing the boat, Tom! Go! Oh my goodness. Go!
Follow to see more.
Oh my god. Yeah. What do you think was that, man? Oh man. Oh, that is creepy.
Hey man, y'all see something cool right here? All right, look, check this out. These ancient structures. Now I want y'all to tell me why y'all think this looks like some kind of mechanism. You know, it almost looks like it's got gears and it's turning, doesn't it? I got another one I want to show y'all too. I like this one right here. Watch this one. All right, watch how he turns it now. And people will say, oh, it's a, in case they had earthquakes, they could check and see, you know, to make sure the building was still square and stuff. Come on, man. There's a lot more to that. There's got to be, allegedly. What if I told y'all that allegedly those moving gears on those columns could have something to do with these right here? The Vimanas, the flying vehicles of the past. Hold up. I know it sounds crazy. Look right here. Here's a column on an old building, right? This is a modern day shaft. We'll call it identical. Jet engine. Look up here. Modern, ancient. So the ring on the first pillar has 8 sides. The ring on the second pillar has 16 sides. The third ring has 32 sides, and the fourth has 64 sides. These are not rings, but are gears. Well, this gear ratio right here, I mean, like, what's really going on here? You know, is what this person's saying. Voltage regulator, Vimana flying chariot in ancient India. Y'all think about these things, man. There's a lot that allegedly is possible.
Oh my god. Find the sentence in this picture. Is there a sentence? Oh, it's like there's some sentence. Maybe you can see it when you squint your eyes or you look clearly. You can pause and take a look.
Replace what? Okay, with what?
Oh my god.
Every single one of these videos here are AI generated using OpenAI's newest model. They are completely fake. And I bet you wouldn't have realized that if I didn't just tell you. Soon, you won't be able to differentiate what's real and what's not, and that is scary. The AI model behind these videos is called Sora, and it turns text into video. You literally just describe a scene. And that scene can be anything. You can say 2 golden retrievers podcasting on top of a mountain. This does not exist. How insane is that? Hollywood is done for. This is the future of movies and video content in general. And if you don't believe me, this was the state of AI video just a year ago. So imagine next year and the year after that.
Oh my god. That is scary. Look at this. What is happening here? Looks like some portal opened on the road out of nowhere. And some guy went through. Oh my god. Is that real? Does that look real, good people of Earth? Please hit the like button.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle,
Oh.
On March 8th. It was a Wednesday afternoon, about 5:20 or so, East Coast time. And it's about an hour and a half before sundown. Sun's low in the sky. And you can see from the shadows in the video where I'm shooting, the moon, the bottom left side is not lit, right? But you can clearly see by turning around where the sun's position is in the sky that it should definitely be lit. Why is that not lit? And I still have yet, from 6 months ago when I posted a similar video, I still have yet to find a good explanation.
That's one of the first ones I put up, is when we were in the parking lot looking up, and it was just an odd angle. The sun was actually on the same side as the shadow of the moon. It was like the bottom right-hand side,
right,
but the sun was over to the right.
Right. The sun should clearly, if my eyeballs can look up and see that shadowed part of the moon. The sun is right by me. It could see it too. It should have been able to be lit, and it's not. So that's kind of like, a repeat of what other people have been posting lately. But the second thing I want to talk about is I still have yet to get a great answer as to why the craters on the moon are always the same color as the sky behind it. And what I mean by that is at night, when you look at the moon at night, well, the craters are always shades of black, right? Gray, black, lighter or darker, so to speak. And in the daytime, on a blue sky, they're blue. Now, if the moon is actually out of our atmosphere, as science tells us, 238,000 miles away, why would the color of our atmosphere, the color of our sky, have anything to do with the craters on the moon?
What do you attribute that to? There's people with the way out theory, at least I think it is, that say it's a hologram.
Yeah,
that it's not even actually
a physical thing.
It's a satellite.
Yeah.
You talk about the what's his name? Oh God, the David Icke's of the world. Yeah. But I thought, hey, there's people that thought 9/11 being an inside job was a crazy theory years ago. I'm just looking at this, and it is quite clear. And we're looking out the window right now. I'm sure we can see the moon the same way. It looks very transparent, translucent.
Yeah. It looks like taking a half opaque object and putting it over something. Like, in other words,
you could see through it.
Yes. Like, I am convinced that if the sky were red, that the craters on the moon would be red. Whatever color you place this moon on top of, those craters become that color.
What's your theory on that?
I don't know. I mean, of course, that implies transparency.
What's your guess? I mean, what would you? That's how out there. It's.
Well, the fun thing about
we're looking at it, and we're trying to figure it out as we're looking at it.
I think that the most encouraging part about all of this is trying to discover this stuff, and I mean that in all seriousness. I'm not trying to be cheesy, but man, I have learned so much in the last year or so researching this stuff. I don't know what my guess is yet, but I'm really enjoying the path, or I should say the journey to trying to find out. I don't know, man. Is it flat? Is it round? Is it transparent? Is it
that's the other thing. Is it a disc? Yeah.
Is it a flat disc? I don't know. I really don't know, man. But this right here, the color issue still bothers me, and that does in fact imply transparency. But the third thing, and I think I saw a guy, one of the videos, I think Flat Earth Asshole or somebody brought this up.
That's a good name.
Yeah, right. About the craters on the moon. So he brings up a point about the fact that, wait a second, the craters are all perfect circles. Every crater on the moon, when you zoom in, they're all perfect circles. Why is it that you don't see any trenches? Because a perfect circle would mean that the meteorite or the asteroid that hit it had to come from a 90-degree angle straight down, boop, to make the crater, right? There's no trenches. There's no...
Well, also, if you look at that, it's a perfectly round object as well. Wouldn't any skim off the edges? Or
there should be tons. In fact, there should be more.
That look like there's almost
a gash.
Exactly, like a crash landing type thing.
Yes. And in his video, he actually says, look, he goes out into the sand. He fires a BB gun, I think it was, into the sand and shows how, from different angles, it leaves different types of marks. And he was saying that the only pictures he could find of any meteorites hitting anything and leaving a trench was from Hollywood films, 2012 and things like that. But in reality, even on Earth, all we have is the circular craters. So I get to looking into science's answer, and science says, well, it's because these meteors they hit Earth, and they may come in at different angles, certainly. But then when they get to where they're going, there's so much energy that they combust and they blow up, they explode, and leave. What you're seeing is the circular from the explosion, not from the hit. I thought, okay, all right.
So like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, like a bomb.
Like the nuclear bomb gets dropped and it explodes into the atmosphere and creates the mushroom cloud.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait a second. I thought the moon had little to no oxygen.
I just opened up a whole new can of whatever.
Yeah,
people have said they don't exist.
Nukes, right?
Oh, God.
Here we go. But then I look it up and I'm like, wait a second, hold on. If that's your answer, how does something combust on the moon when you don't have the atmosphere and the oxygen in the air?
Oh, wow.
So how does that happen on the moon? And if your theory is correct on Earth, do you have any...
Let's not forget 1/6 of gravity.
Right.
Officially, so it wouldn't draw in the meteorite with the same force as our gravity.
Correct, and an explosion.
Oh,
probably,
gravity! There we go again. Another.
Yeah, right. But an explosion wouldn't even act the same way.
Yeah, we keep bringing up these different things because people don't believe there's such a thing as gravity as well.
Yeah, people are watching going, there's no such thing as gravity.
What is it? Density and buoyancy. That's what they say.
Essentially density and buoyancy.
Kind of makes sense too.
That makes a lot of sense. I tell you, I'm pretty convinced of that one. But so my question is on this crater theory that science puts forth. Can you show us any evidence of this? No, they can't. There are no, recent videos or of meteors coming in, hitting the Earth, and exploding and leaving a round crater. It is simply science's best guess.
Well, they would say that place in the woods in Russia was the last time when all the.
Yes, but they didn't. We don't have footage of the impact.
No,
itself.
It was in the 1910s, 1920s, I think.
Yeah, that's right. There's no footage of it. There's no. There's claims that something came down and boom, whatever, but we don't know that this is the same.
I'm just saying what these stories have said that in their version of history,
yes,
it did indeed happen before. We just didn't see it.
Right, we didn't see it, and that's what they claim is that all meteor holes are the same thing. The meteor came down, all of these craters, whether it's moon or Earth, the thing came down and then it exploded, left the big ring. But yet this is simply a guess, and we are taught as fact. Everyone from age 6 and up, 5 and up, are taught that the little holes in the moon are in fact craters.
Well, green cheese when you're a kid.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm looking at, all right, let's say the edge of this on the right, and as we're playing it or we're freezing it in our footage, it does look like there was impact coming from, because the moon doesn't rotate. That's why we always see the dark side, correct?
That's why we always see that same side, the lit side. The dark side is the side we don't see.
Okay, so what direction, this is just my question from observation, it looks like actually on some angles that the meteorites came from Earth.
Yeah,
and hit the moon. No, I'm just saying. Look,
a lot of people brought that up. It's true. Is that they say, well, wait a second. If the same side's always facing us, how did these asteroids or these meteors?
It should be completely just bulldozed on one side with meteorites.
Yeah, the other side should be pelted, whereas this side should be relatively clean.
Or this side should be destroyed. That's what I mean. If it hits one or the top,
right?
But the bottom or the bottom edge.
Mm-hmm.
This is just something I'm looking at right now. Like, the direction is coming from underneath to hit that.
If it's coming from Earth, that makes no sense. Did an asteroid hit us, bounce back, fight off gravity, and head to the moon and hit the moon? No, to me that can't happen. But when you look at other shots of the moon closer up, what you see is circular craters everywhere. It's almost like a golf ball, right? And this implies that they came from that direction at 90 degrees.
Once again, I asked a question. I see a lot more top, middle, but I also see, once again, on the bottom part of what you can search, Google it, or we'll bring up this image during this voiceover. But once again, I just wonder the bottom half. Another question altogether. Yeah. How does that? And once again, a perfect circle. So it was hit with almost. And what I'm looking at here is mostly all these seem like they were hit with the same exact force. Same exact size.
Right.
Yeah.
Same force, same mighty explosion. There's none, there's not very many that are smaller or larger. They're all relatively the same size. And, it just, the more I look into the moon, honestly, there's more questions than answers.
What's the David Icke one? And not to quote him again, but it's a quote from someone else that he quoted saying, the moon, it's basically like the moon shouldn't be there.
Oh, yeah.
It was Who Built the Moon, I think the book was.
Who made the moon, or who put the moon there.
Who built the moon, I think.
Who built the moon?
Oh, my God. Good people of Earth. If you thought of that, man. Huh?